Good morning, folks. This is JW, also known as Ronin785. So, I'm posting this video on my YouTube channel, but I'm actually going to keep it private to where the only people that can see this video are people that have the link to the video or on platforms that I post the link to. So, what that does is basically it allows me to put out a video that I don't want just anybody on YouTube watching. And in fact, this is a video that I'll post in the Kansas group on the AmCon member site, as well as pass this video on to other AmCon members and whatnot. So this is very unscripted, unrehearsed. It's still kind of early for me. I usually get up early, but haven't been sleeping well. And so I've been kind of up and down all morning since the wee hours of the night. And so I will be drinking coffee, and just a shameless plug, go Chiefs. So something that's been kind of on my mind and in my heart as well is I've really been thinking a lot about why people join AmCon. They sign up, they either get the $5 or $10 subscription, and they might even make an initial post somewhere in their respective regions introducing themselves. I would say the vast majority of the people don't do that. I think there are some people that do. And as the Kansas state coordinator, I see when people are joining that are from the Kansas region, and then almost just like that, that's the last time we ever hear from them. So I want to put this out there, folks. So if you're watching this and you've just joined AmCon, I want to kind of give you some thoughts, some opinions. I'll try not to make this video overly long, but if you hear any weird sounds, it's my cat in the background. She doesn't like being shut out, and I've got the door closed. So this message is not only for AmCon members existing, but new ones. It doesn't matter how long you've been a member of AmCon, or if you are just joining. And here's a disclaimer: this is not what I would consider to be an official AmCon video. Nobody has authorized me to voice thoughts or opinions in this format, and these are just things that I just feel like need to be said. So the scope of the area or region that I serve is Kansas. And now you'll notice I didn't say lead. I think to be a great leader, one truly has to become a servant, because leadership is not about being in charge. It's not about power. It's not about authority, but it's about guiding and serving people for their betterment and benefit more than my satisfaction of ego, or, making me feel more important. A true servant or a true leader is a servant. And I'm not going to make this a religious conversation or anything, but if Jesus could wash his disciples' feet, then leaders anywhere, but especially in AmCon, need to serve their people. And what does it mean to serve? It means being there when it's inconvenient. It means making sure things are happening especially when nobody else is stepping up. There's been times where, I've asked for people to step up and everybody's so busy that things haven't been getting done. Now, I'm not saying that to make anybody feel bad. It makes me feel bad because I feel like I've failed when we're not able to do certain things because one person cannot do everything. And so that's why I'm here today to talk to you about the importance of your membership with AmCon, the importance of your participation, the importance of your contributions, not just paying a monthly fee and being an internet member, but rather being a part of something amazing, being a part of an organization of people that truly want to help each other, that truly want to not only prepare for things that we hope never happen, but to be there for each other, even in the daily lives that we go through, which sometimes, while may not necessarily be catastrophic, it could certainly be very inconvenient. There are a lot of benefits from the tribe and having your own tribe. There are a lot of benefits from getting together and building relationships, friendships, lifelong friendships with people that you know that have your back. So there's been so many times that I've posted on the AmCon Kansas group and some others within the AmCon platform. And kind of the common theme is just people are silent, they're quiet. So if you're brand new to AmCon, let me just welcome you and say hello and let you know that we are out here and we do have a purpose and we do have a goal and we do have a mission that we want to accomplish. So if you haven't been contacted, please let me know. Somebody should have contacted you. And I'm sure that there has been contact from at least the regional level. So here in Kansas, our goal is to build tribe. And that tribe is kind of the all-encompassing based or with built-in, areas. So we have the state of Kansas and we have the different regions that we have. And we're slowly but surely wanting to add, and we are growing as AmCon members are joining. So now what we want to do is we want to introduce you to Tribe, not just being a part of a internet membership based organization, but to let you know that there are people in the communities that are members of AmCon with a lot of potential to share information, resources, train, to build a support structure and network that we can help each other. Because let me make how should I say this and be nice about it? Folks, if you think that in a world without rule of law, chaos, and civil war or invasion from a foreign country or entity, terrorist activities, if you think that by yourself you can do everything and prepare, you miss the point. You haven't even gotten on the bus. Strength comes in numbers. And it comes in numbers when people can work together and build the tribe. That we can share resources, information, build communication networks, and help each other because we all have different skills, different skill sets, different backgrounds, different levels of ability and experience. We have people that are former military, former law enforcement, current law enforcement, medical, fire. We have accountants. There's so many different, construction workers, farmers, ranchers. There are so many different types of people that have joined AmCon. And so that leads me to this. Everybody that's watching this video, I want you to do one thing. Ask yourself, why did I join AmCon? Why did I join this organization and I'm willing to pay monthly a small fee when there's so many other things that I could be spending my money on, and there's so many other organizations out there vying for my attention? Why did I join AmCon? And I would like to think that you joined AmCon because you wanted to become part of a tribe. You wanted to become part of something greater than yourself and tap into a resource that is much wider and greater than just you yourself alone. Okay, first of all, AmCon's not a militia, but we have lots and lots of people with experience in varying occupations that can help you better protect yourself. I want to be very careful about how I phrase this because I don't want anybody to think that we're all just a bunch of gun nuts and, militia types, 3%ers or whatever you want to call it. And I'm not necessarily calling them out or saying negative things about them. There is a time and place to protect yourself, your community, and that may have to involve taking measures that are undesirable and unfortunate, because hurting or harming other people is never what we want to do. Sometimes in certain circumstances, in a self-defense, defense of your home, your family, your community, it could possibly become something that you have to do, or you have no other choice, or you just become another statistic or another victim, and you let them do whatever they want to do, and you give up your life, your friends, your family, your resources. So, but I just want to make it clear that I'm not trying to make a call for a militia or anything like that. We're not going to be buying matching uniforms and running around in the woods. My idea of camouflage is hunting camouflage, not military. My background is law enforcement. So I digress. Sorry about that. I need more coffee. So, folks, why join an organization with the intent of tapping into resources and becoming part of a tribe and then disappearing? You can't do this on your own. None of us can. It's so very important that we work together and we build our local community groups, our chapters, our regions, our states, our regional area within the United States, and that we tap into resources and a network of information, of communication, of help. There are times where people are traveling across the country and the network is communicating because we're here and we're active. But there's a lot of you out there that have joined and you're quiet. And I'm not trying to make you feel bad or condemn you or judge you for that, but I'm just wanting to impress upon you the importance of getting active, of becoming part of the tribe, because you can't do it by yourself, and neither can we. We all need each other, and it's just like the concept of a rope. And I don't have a rope right here. I'm surprised I don't. I have everything else laying around, but a rope is made up of many strands. One strand is not going to be able to hold very much weight. Two strands, not very much weight. But the more strands that you add, that rope can lift tons. So, one person by themselves is going to have very limited resources and abilities and capabilities, especially when things go bad. Don't wait until things have gone so far south I don't want to make Texas sound bad. So far south, it's a joke, but you don't wait until things have gotten so bad that now you're going to do something. Now you're going to start collecting food. Now you're going to start, thinking about how you're going to protect your family. Folks, we have to train. That's another point I want to make here is we have to have tribe, but now tribe needs to do things together. We have to train. Something that we used to say a lot when I was in law enforcement and I was a defensive tactics and firearms instructor and all that blah, blah, blah. Fight like you train, train like you fight. So another saying that I'm going to throw out there is, in a time of crisis, or unexpected violence, or whatever, you will never rise to the level of your expectations. But you will always fall to the level of your training. And that is absolutely true. Don't think that your ego will give you some inherently amazing abilities because you've bought a gun or a rifle, whatever. If you're not training, you're not prepared, and you won't be. And especially in the time of crisis or of unexpected extreme violence, you will never rise to the level of your expectations, or your ego. Self-image is such a liar that you will fall to the level of your training. So if you're not training, you're not going to be prepared. And I'm going to say something that's going to hit home for me is physical training. And I'm just going to say this because this really irked me. I was looking online, reading reviews about AmCon, just because I was curious. What are people saying about us? And former AmCon members described us as boomer generation, obese, and not willing to train. Middle-aged, mainly white males. Of course, we have females too, but this is what they were saying. Middle-aged boomer generation wannabes that are not really willing to get out there and do anything together or train together, but thinking that just being a member of AmCon is sufficient. for what we need. And folks, I'm going to tell you, that bothered me seeing that. And if that's your mindset, I would literally beg you to reconsider that. You've got to realize the importance of networking, communicating, participating, contributing. Here in the Kansas region, we don't have a ton of members that are participating in anything, but we are working consistently on seeing that change. We are consistently communicating with each other through our various platforms of communication and checking on each other and doing weather reports, especially with adverse weather and stuff going on. And folks, if you don't think that it couldn't happen to you, just look at what's going on on the East Coast. Around 100 people are dead because of the hurricane. So, and the flooding and all that stuff that's gone on there. Look at the civil unrest that has happened in our communities over the last decade because of things that police have, and I'm not picking on law enforcement, but people are getting upset because of what they deem is government impropriety, and they're willing to do some pretty violent things and destroy their communities in the process. So the things that we discuss and that we prepare for with being part of AmCon are all realistic scenarios that have and are continuing to happen in our communities as we speak. So, folks, I don't mean to ramble, and I apologize for that. But it is vitally important that you get connected. It is vitally important that you take AmCon beyond just a monthly subscription and being a part of, just an internet membership thing just so you can feel better about yourself as a prepper or whatever you think you are, and get connected. Well, the bigwigs with AmCon have not asked me to record any of this. Nobody's paying me to do this. Nobody's prompted me, hey, JW, why don't you put out a video? And maybe what I'm saying might make you angry, but let me tell you something. If you're not active, if you're not participating, if you're not building tribe, and you're not connecting and you're not contributing, what do you truly and realistically expect to gain from AmCon? Because if you're not connecting with anybody, then you're limiting yourself to the resources that are available to you. So this is a call out because I've posted tons of stuff over the last year on the Kansas group, and I'm just using Kansas as an example. I'm sure it's happening on the other groups as well within the AmCon platform, but we post things and nobody responds. Or you're a member in a state and we message you, you don't respond. We send you emails welcoming you to AmCon, and you don't respond. So what do you want from us? What do you need from us to make you feel comfortable, especially after you go through the vetting process and you're still silent and you're still not connected and not participating and not contributing? What do you want from us? What do you want or expect to gain from being a part of AmCon if you're not going to get connected? And when I say get connected is we are forming chapters and groups in the different regions across the United States. And so, if you're not going to get connected, then what do you realistically want to gain from your investment in being a part of AmCon, going through the vetting process? And folks, if you're not vetted, I encourage you to get vetted. Just a lot more resources available to you once you get vetted. But really, as important is you got to get connected. You have to get to pass this fear of communication. It's important that you link up with your local groups so we can build that tribe. Sorry for the rambling. It is what it is, folks. This is JW. I'm the Kansas State Coordinator, and I hope that this message goes out far and wide. Feel free to repost this in any of the other groups on AmCon. I just ask that you keep it here in AmCon and not share this outside of the platform or within your AmCon groups. So no secrets here, but this is just me talking to you as if I were talking to you face to face. This video just allows me to do it to a greater scale for those of you who will actually take the time to watch this. So, again, this is JW. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. If you have any questions, reach out to your state coordinators, your regional coordinators, and the other AmCon leadership. And we're here to help you. We're here to help each other. And when we get together and we build the rope, it becomes stronger and stronger, and the more weight we can carry. We'll see you.